Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
We've made too many compromises already, too many retreats. They invade our space, and we fall back.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
You're a disease, and I'm the cure.
I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, with 2 swords and maximum effort.
I will make them pay for what they've done.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Natural 20. Hang on. Excuse me. Start to talk, and suddenly there's a bit of phlegm in the throat. Anyway, hi, everybody. Welcome back to Natural 20, where I try to get angry. Normally, I'm angry. Tonight, it's more of a miffed amusement at what we're going to talk about tonight, because it's some really silly and stupid shit that I came across today. No videos today, because I figured what I came across today would be better discussed in the streaming format, but I'm happy to have you all here. Hope you guys have had a good day. My day was a weird day. Woke up too early. Things woke me up. Couldn't get back to sleep. Dicked around. Went back to sleep. It was a mess. It was a mess. And then I had to go out and do shit because of miscommunications on stuff. But either way, but I'm here. I'm now, and I'm happy to have you guys here. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, or will enjoy the show. Barely started. I'm a little out of sorts. You got to forgive me. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy the rest of the show. Hit that like button, whether you're watching now live or on the replay. And let's go over, as usual, when we start the show, what we got coming out the rest of the week, because the week's not over. Still plenty to go. And I'm excited for the rest of the week. I got a lot of good stuff. Now, yesterday, I finished my playthrough, last, whatever you want to call it, playthrough of Stellar Blade over on the gaming channel, Renaissance Third Arcade, link in the description below. I finished it. It's one of 3 endings. There are 3 endings to Stellar Blade. So if I want to get my platinum trophy, I'm going to have to replay it 2 more times. Now, what I'll probably do is, excuse me, in my own spare time, when I feel like it, I'll play through a New Game Plus a couple times, and I'll record my different endings when I get to the different endings. So the rest of the shit, it's all going to be the same. It's not like there's any choice. Nothing going to change. I'll record the different endings, and I'll put them up on the gaming channel so you guys can see how I react to them when I do them. But for otherwise gaming, I'm tossing around a couple ideas on what I want to do gaming-wise going forward. I do want to play some Star Wars Empire War with you guys, or have you guys watch me play it. And we also want to play Dre, because Dre's got it. He's having fun with it again too. But I got to get it set up. A lot of mods for it. The modding community went crazy with it. Got a lot of EU stuff in there. So I got to pick through it, figure it out, and I got to get used to it again, see how to approach it, what would be best stream for you guys. So give me some time on that. Also, I got to have the real urge to play at the same time. I also do sort of have an urge to play some Mass Effect. So we could stream some Mass Effect where you guys can choose a lot of how I'm going to approach it this time. I'll let you guys know when and how we're going to do that. Otherwise, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 in my own time. It's not unless there's a real thing where I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with people in the company. And right now, there's only a very, very few of us there, because people are still finding time to play. And also, it is an open invite. If you play Final Fantasy 14 or are thinking about it, you could join us. It's not limited to people I stream with or hang out with. It's an open door. We want to have fun. I want to play with people, have a good time. Dawn Trail is literally a month away, and I'm very excited. Hopefully, the old girl's going to run it. I was looking at the specifications, the minimum specs, and I don't meet the minimum specs anymore because they made it for the new Max. So I'm hoping she runs it. I have a backup plan. If I have to, I can get it for the PS4, PS5. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to muddle through, lower the settings, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be very exciting. But it's not really that streamable unless people are on and we're all having a good time together. Otherwise, it's just me going about my regular, boring business that I do. I'm entertained, but I don't think you'd be entertained. Other than that, gaming-wise, Nothing else really on the horizon unless we start tackling some of the backlog, which I'm not too clear on how I want to approach it. So stay tuned for what the game is going to be. At the same time, rest of the week, we are coming up on Friday, which means, of course, Ballbusters at 11 p.m. Eastern on Dermy's channel. And then on Saturday Night Drive-In, 6 p.m. Eastern, we will be finishing up our Star Wars Appreciation Month because it's real Star Wars. Excuse me, the hiccup in the middle of my words. Really, body? Really? Saturday is Real Star Wars Day, May 25th. So we are going to be watching or discussing. I always get that wrong. We're going to be discussing Revenge of the Sith. But it's not just that, because Jed hasn't seen the 2003 Tartakovsky series, the real Clone Wars, not Dave Filoni bullshit. Tartakovsky's Clone Wars. I was watching it now before we got started, right up to the last second. I was watching because I'm going to watch it and then watch Revenge of the Sith. Man, it is so good. It is so good. Tartakovsky is a freaking master. That's a master. Tartakovsky is a master class in show don't tell animation. He just is. Dude is incredible. And I love his art style. And the stories told in it are so good. So we're watching those. So if you're going to be joining us on Saturday, if you want to be prepared for the whole discussion, make sure you watch 2003 Clone Wars, the Gennady Tartakovsky stuff. Brilliant. And Jed hasn't seen it, so we're going to get his fresh take on it. Well, we don't have anybody else signed up to join us yet, but that may change. We got a couple days to go. So we're going to do that 6 p.m. Eastern, and then at 8:30, myself, Jed, and Dermy will return for another episode of Doctor Who Cares Reviews, where we will just basically shit on Ncuti Gatwa cosplaying the Doctor. And we learned there's some fresh Doctor Who news today. I'll get to that in the stream. So catch us that 8:30 p.m. Eastern after Roundtable, after Drive-In on all our channels. All stuff's on everybody's channels. Then on Sunday, Roundtable 2 p.m. Eastern. We have one topic right now. Jed has posed us one topic. We have one definite topic we're going to talk about, and otherwise the week is still unfolding for me. So I do not know what we're going to put up yet, but we will. We will, of course, always come to you at 2 p.m. Eastern to give you our take on the week's events. And after that, I'm done for the day after that. So nothing else on Sunday. And then we'll be back Memorial Day Monday. Even though it is Memorial Day, we'll still be back. We'll be here. We'll be here for Mellow Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we'll chill out, have a good time. And since it's a holiday, I bet Stamiel will be there from the start. So join us when we're all there at the beginning. So we'll have a good time like we always do and nerd out. Already got a couple topics lined up. So I'm already pre-preparing. I'm ahead of the game this week, making sure I got stuff to talk about with everybody. And then next week, we are then going to be 1 week closer to Acolyte. And we'll be talking Acolyte news. Tonight's show is a good one. I feel good about tonight's show. As I said, we've got shots of Liam Lesser Hemsworth Geralt. They put out a clip today, and it's getting destroyed on the internet. We're going to look at it. We'll talk a little bit of that. And then we've got, as I said, there's some Doctor Who news, and it's silly and stupid. And after that, we've got Acolyte news. They released a clip, and we're gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna get claimed out the bazoo, but I don't care. I want to talk about it. And then there's actual retarded news that proves once again in my eyes that Leslie Headland is a fake fan, and everybody that worships at her queer feet are fake fans. We're talking about the fake fans of Stan City too. It's a whole thing. But all right, so I don't really have a monologue today. No, nothing of that sort. But I guess I do. I want to say I do have sort of a rant, but it hasn't really crystallized. So I guess I'll start with that. But first, I'll say hi to you guys. Hail and howdy to you guys in the chat. Those who are here at the start of the show, how you doing? Hell, both Algrim the Strong and the Goddess Legionist, my mods, here to keep the peace and troll me when necessary. Hello to you, Jaden Hamilton, and howdy, Kale. How are you? And anybody else watching on channel, happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. So I was driving around this evening. I had to go out and do some stuff, which is why we're starting a little later. Although are you guys better off? Do you like it better if I start at 8 o'clock? I mean, I need to know these things because I'm not sure. I'm never sure when to start some of these shows. I mean, some of the ones are locked in place, like Drive-In's locked in at 6, Roundtable's locked in at 2, and Mellow Mondays is locked in at 9. But I'm always feeling weird about Natural 20 because there's never there's always so much going on Wednesday night, you know. And I've been on this slot. I've been in this time slot for a long time in Wednesday evening, but I'm never sure it's been the best thing. So your feedback would be nice to know if you like it better at 7:30 or 8. I know I've done this in the past, but it's been a while since I've questioned exactly where we are. So your input would be better overall, guys. But yeah, so I was thinking about this while I was driving around, and feel free to jump in with your commentary because this is more of a rant, not a monologue. I'm free to stop my ravings in between to engage with you guys. Here's the thing about watching. Excuse me, hang on, I need a drink. Hang on a second. I just got little post dinner spit in the bottom of my throat. Won't go away. Excuse me. So I'm thinking about this while I was out this evening, and I wonder, what is it about these stands where they work so hard to convince the world they're a fan of something? Because ever noticed when you see them on social media, they try to sound profound in everything they talk about. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this was so great there. Don't you realize that this was so cool when I saw this? This is so nice. I remember this stands up. And they always need to push that. Look at me. Look at me. I like this thing. I'm talking about this thing. You can see, you can relate to me. I'm a fan of this. And I asked the question of, why do you try so hard? I mean, I know the answer, but I'm just putting it out there as it was going through my mind. Why are you trying so hard to convince the world you're a fan of this? Because the things you talk about, the way you express your thoughts on this, to me as someone who has been a fan of, let's just say, Star Wars since it came out. Yes, I'm old. By constantly saying, this frame in this scene is so cool. This Easter egg here is so cool. Oh, I can't believe this cooks so hard, or whatever these retarded kids say. All their stupid terminology they throw out there. Like one said this afternoon before I went out. Oh, they're serving so hard with a picture of the dumb chick from Acolyte in front of some ship, and I just said serving shit, and they blocked me in less than 5 minutes. I don't get their retarded terminology too. I don't get that. But why do they try so hard? Because it's not as though they need to convince each other. Because when they're communicating with each other, they're retardedly using the same shit all over again. It's all the same people in a circle jerk. And they're not convincing anybody else. Because, as I said, it's the same people over and over again. And outside viewers see that when they constantly talk about how great this one thing is here, this one thing is there, that is not conversations in my lifetime I've ever had with actual fans of stuff. We go, man, that was an awesome scene, and then we'll nerd out over it, but we're never going out to wave a flag of pay attention to me. I'm a fan of this. It's more along the lines of when we're communicating with our fans, we're communicating in private in a way. We're not constantly trying to draw attention and show off. But the stands do it all the time. And the answer is very simple as far as I know. And you guys can weigh in on this. they're so empty inside. They've surrounded themselves with their paraphernalia, with the things that they think a fan should have, to buy all these things and put them up and show them off and display them. That how it behaves. When, as you look behind me, when, to me, sometimes simplicity is the best example. Simplicity. Show off what you have. You don't need to decorate it with 1,001 knickknacks. You don't need to constantly say, "Oh, look what I've added here. Oh, look. Oh, I've got this." Or show yourself holding the thing, pretending that it means something to you. Because I see these shills, and I'm now shifting from the stance to the shills. I see them, and they're always holding something that I hold dear, and saying, "Oh, I'm reading this now. Oh my God, you shouldn't be reading all this at the same time." Blah, blah, blah. Why? Why? I mean, it was one thing when I was rebuilding my EU collection for the sections that were missing, when I was sharing it when I was on the Geeks and Gamers forums, the old Geeks and Gamers forums, when I was saying, "Hey, look here, I've just reacquired this thing, guys. And I'm going to read it soon, and I'm going to talk about it." That was like a preview of what I was going to do. And then again, and at the same time, I'm showing off my old shit. You know, it's old. I've just reacquired it. I had it before, and I'm just saying I got it again. So excited! Look at this nice, pristine version I got. But I'm not doing it to earn points. I'm doing it to set up the fact that I'm ready to. I'm going to let you guys know I'm going to have an in-depth discussion. I'm not doing it for a social media blurb, for a social media backpat from fellow retards. And at the same time, their commentary when they have these things out there, when they showed off, going, "Oh, you know what? This maybe wasn't the worst thing. I heard it's bad. Don't believe what haters in the internet say." You're normally, realistically, these people doing their children. They're children. And when they cover the things like actual real Star Wars, when they pretend to give a damn about the expanding universe, they do it with such limited enthusiasm, as opposed to, excuse me, when they are pimping Disney Star Wars, when they're shilling Disney Star Wars, they're so enthused, they're so excited, and they're crying, they're throwing up, they're vomiting, whatever, that shit that they do. But when they try to cover the real thing, they're going, "Oh, this was okay, but this is so much better with the Disney Star Wars." There's a definite difference when they're putting out their feelings on the crap. They're working overtime to try and tell everybody how great it is, reminding everybody that it's the canon, and then they trigger the fake fan thing. And go, "But this old Star Wars book, it had some good to it. It wasn't that bad." And it just reeks of fake. It reeks of fraud. And that's what pisses me off. That they want to pass themselves off as somebody who gives a damn, and I'm talking about Star Wars, who gives a damn about all that, who gives a rat's ass, That's what gets me the most of these people. Yeah, I said these people. That they are so disingenuous. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Am I having audio problems? YouTube is saying I'm having audio problems. Are you guys hearing me okay? YouTube's saying I'm having audio problems. Are we okay? I want to make sure we're okay. It's been doing that a lot lately. Tell me I'm having audio problems. It looks like I'm fine. Sounds okay? It's all right? It's all right? It's all right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. You guys say I sound okay, then I sound okay. Broke my train of thought with that. So I glance over and it says, "Warning, audio bit rate low." Like, what are you talking about? Everybody says I'm fine. Stupid YouTube. Thank you. Hail Andy Acap. Thank you, guys. Okay. Where was I? But that's the thing. It's the disingenuous nature of these people. And then they want to cry about that they're the only positive voices. They're the only positive voices in a fandom. Whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Rings of Power, and I'm saying Rings of Power because Rings of Power fans, for the most part, 99% of them are not Lord of the Rings fans. They're not. 99%. There's a 1% that are people that are okay, that I can accept that they are just enjoying for what it is. Our good friend, we have good friends around here that are okay with it. I'm not going to shit on them, but like that, or the new Trek assholes, or the or the new Doctor Who stands. Now I haven't had to deal with the new Doctor Who stands for a while. They've been all going after Derby. Maybe it's because I've been only doing the stream. I haven't actually been putting out the review. I'm using the stream as the review. Dermy's been getting the shit end of that stick lately. He's been getting the real weirdos on that. I'm sure I'll get the attacks leveled at me when Acolyte starts up, because that's my real bag. That's what we're gonna do. But I these stands, man. I look at them, and we'll talk more about. We'll come back to them when I talk to Star Wars, because that's the real big example tonight when we're going to talk about that stuff. But it's ridiculous. And I think what we always have to remember is they are a minuscule portion of, I don't want to say fans, because they're not fans, they're stands, of the voices. That's a good word. The voices out there. They are a tiny little percentage of the voices. And they're not as powerful as they think they are. I mean, I saw this one thing. I'll stick on this for one more second here, where they are. It's the weirdos who think that the Bad Batch is the greatest thing ever, and they're running around saying Disney would be stupid not to do more clone stories. We need more clone stories. No, nobody's asking for this. Do you realize you are like you exist this much in the actual mass of people watching these things? You're nothing. You don't move the needle. So few of you watch this stuff that it doesn't even rate on Nielsen and Samba and other ratings things. Doesn't even rate. And they're claiming that they're the ones that they need to be catered to. Same with the High Republic tards, who are going to go off by the Acolytes. So I'm going to put a pin in that. We'll come back to that, because now we got some people coming in. Let's get on with the rest of the show. And screw you, YouTube, for telling me that I'm having audio problems. That's retarded. Really annoying. Anyway, all right. So let's go with our first topic right now. Let me get it up here. Yes, I've already got it set up. So Lesser Hemsworth was revealed as Geralt today. Now, I am not a super Witcher aficionado. That's Jed's bag. I just get brought on for color commentary because I'm an average Witcher fan. I'm not hardcore, but that doesn't mean I can't comment on Lesser Hemsworth getting finally shown off, because I was made to watch all that shit thanks to Jed. I wasn't going to watch season 3, but he made me do it. Yeah, I still blame him for that. Excuse me. But we got the reveal here. So let's watch this, shall we? Last Roach died. Now, as far as silhouette goes, fine, sure, okay, whatever. It's the silhouette. Can't really tell anything. Oh, look, it's a medallion. Oh, we hear a monster coming. And there he is. Listen. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I mean, there's zero intimidation in that look. He could be looking at anything. He could be looking at anything right there. I am not impressed. Cavill could pull off an emote. Lesser Hemsworth, and listen, Liam Hemsworth, he's not a bad guy. He's just not as good as his brother. There is zero impressive intimidation in that look. That should be Geralt being like, dude, are you really creeping up on me, monster? Are you really creeping up on me? I'm gonna gank you. There's not even a scowl. It's just a flat expression. And this is the introduction to new Geralt that we get. So that was it. 30 seconds and then another 20 seconds of the logo for the show. So let's get him look back right here. This is you can sort of see the eyes. I'm not impressed. They don't know what they're doing this, and that is the problem with everything going on these days. They don't know what they're doing because they don't care about source material. I mean, they're going to try and run some final storyline from the original books to tie up the mess they've created. And I mean, what is he? I wonder what his voice is going to sound like. Is he going to try and be all gravelly and this and that? Who knows? I don't know. I don't think Liam Hemsworth has the range to be anything more than what we've ever seen him in. And I wonder what I know what their thoughts are in all of this. They just want to get it done. They want to get it done. Witcher live action has had nothing but negative reactions since almost the beginning. The first season was tolerated, but it wasn't beloved. It was kind of split down the middle. People who were real Witcher fans hated every minute of it. People who were average Witcher fans like me tolerated it, said it was all right. I don't want to see it again. It was all right. And then there was everybody who just thought it also looked silly and stupid. They have set on a course of ultimate interest annihilation. Especially because the way I believe they're going to go around swapping it, they're not going to they're going to try and explain away why he looks different. I think if I remember what Jed said to me one time, they're going to talk about multiversal, multi-sphere conjunction stuff that is why Geralt looks different. Because when we last saw him, he was walking off after being, wham-and-splained by somebody. So it's the same as the Superman costume reveal from a couple of weeks ago for DCU Superman. If you're going to do something that's a reintroduction of either a new face or a returning character, you do it with excitement. This is not excitement. And there also wasn't any excitement because people don't want this. Let's just say it plain and simple. People do not want Liam Hemsworth as Geralt. They don't want this live-action Geralt at all anymore. We've had our fill. We've had our fill of 3 seasons with barely any Geralt in them. Season 1 had the most. Season 2, barely anything. Season 3, not much either. So we're tired of being told that this is some sort of epic adventure. It's Geralt's adventure when they spend more time with Yennefer. This is DOA. Nobody is going to care about this. And it's done. There's no future in this. It's over. And that's the shit of this, man. And I know I've talked about this before with a bigger panel. You had a chance with The Witcher to set up a decade's worth of content. And by decades, I mean if you release it on a regular schedule, not this waiting 2 or 3 years between seasons. You could have, I've had discussion with Jed. All you had to do was coherently adapt the original short stories, link them together, coherently adapt them. And then you had the video games. Then you just had to adapt the stories of video games. Yeah, I maybe tweaked the first game because the first game's a bit of a mess. But Witcher 2, Witcher 3, these are games with tons of content in them, seasons worth. Each we talked. Yeah, I remember Jed agreed with me. Season 2, Witcher 2, at least 2 seasons worth of content in there, and Witcher 3, at least 3 or 4 seasons worth of content in Witcher 3 in Wild Hunt. Not even including the DLC. You had a path to victory. You had a path to victory, and you squander it. You squander it by writing bullshit stories, by butchering it. You squander it by not using Henry Cavill to the max, a man who loves the IP and wanted to be there. And then you force him out. And then you shit on fans with extra shit like Blood Origin, which butchers the lore and just pisses people off. You could have had a winner for decades, something to go down in the entertainment history books. But no. You had to push agenda. You had to butcher the source material to current day it. And this is where we are. Nobody cares. You know what? You want to enjoy The Witcher, read the books, play the games. Forget this shit. It's worthless. It's stupid. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. So there you go. I don't care about this at all. This has no interest into me whatsoever. None. Although Jed might make me watch it. Jed's probably going to make me watch it. And I'll listen. I get my revenge on him in due time. He makes me watch shit. I make him watch shit. It's how it works. So that, I know you guys are interested. This thing, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna roast it. We're gonna make fun of it, and that's what we do. And because we have the ability, and I believe that's something one should do. If you are on social media like this, and you have the knowledge and the ability to express your thoughts in an entertaining and coherent manner, you should give your takes. You should give your takes. You should spread your knowledge, give your takes, give your thoughts, not be like, I can't do it. I'm too sad. No, if you could, I believe in roasting. I mean, if you know something well and it's been destroyed, roast the hell out of it because you'll be far more entertaining than other people. But that's just my thoughts on that. All right, let's see. What do we got? All right, here's a little bit of news. Some other news that dropped today, which kind of ties into the video I did yesterday, which makes. I saw this and my first thought was it made me sad because it really meant that I'm not. There is zero chance I'm going to get any new Star Trek ever again that I want. It's not going to happen because they announced today that Marvel is going to make a new Vision series with Paul Bettany, and they're bringing on Terry Bettany. I said Bentley. Bettany. Paul Bettany. Sorry. And they're bringing on Terry Matalas. Terry Matalas is going to show run a new Vision show for the MCU. This broke my heart. Not because I care about the MCU, I don't. It broke my heart because that means that freaking Paramount and Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman, that they have kicked out Terry Matalas. If he's going to start doing a new show here, that means there is no chance he's lined up to do anything good Star Trek related in the future. And that breaks my heart. Because Terry Matalas is the only man who gets it out there, who's worked on Star Trek in the recent past. He's the only man that gets it. And he's now, this means the adventures of Jack Crusher Picard, Captain Seven, Sidney LaForge. It's not going to happen. It was an easy win. It was an easy win. Flush all your other crap down the tube that nobody asked for and give us the one thing everybody was clamoring for after that season 3 finale stinger. But no, now Terry's going to go waste his time on the MCU. Now, in all likelihood, I have a suspicion that this Vision show will probably be well written and well paced because Terry Matalas knows how to make good television. But it's still a waste of time and a waste of his talents because the MCU is already dead. It has no life left in it. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be one flop after another, one massive loss after another. This is not something that Terry Matalas should be involved with. The dude knows how to make a show. And he's been sucked into Marvel. They were to be released in 2026. God damn, 2026 is going to be filled with garbage. We're going to get a short break next year because of the pacing and how everything was off because of the strikes. But 2026, all the remaining garbage from this era of horrible Western entertainment will be dumped on us. And now poor Terry Matalas. I mean, they must have backed a dump truck of money up to him is what they must have done. Yeah, I won't begrudge the man getting paid. But he's so much better than this. He's so much better than making MCU dreck. That's the thing. MCU, there's nothing that can be done to save it. They can multiverse, they can Secret Wars all they want to try and get themselves out of the mess they're in. There is no way out of this because people are sick of its boring crap. If they were still telling good stories based upon actual stories from Marvel, this thing would be rocking and rolling. There would be no fatigue. But people are tired of crap. They're not tired of good stories. They're tired of crap, and everything Marvel's putting out is crap. And this might be something that's going to be well crafted, but it's just going to flop because there's no interest. It's going nowhere. And it's a shame. I'd much rather learn that Terry Matalas is going to be putting his name somewhere. Because if he's putting his time into this now and it's not coming out until 2026, that means this is what he's involved in for the next year and a half. This is what he's doing. Which means it's one more year that Jerry Ryan gets older. And yeah, Jerry Ryan still looks good, but it's one more year she gets older. It's one more year distant from because it's been a year. It's been a year since Picard season 3, and how much fun it was to taste something that felt like real Star Trek for a minute. The farther you get away from something, the more people will forget about it, and that's the problem. So there will be no good Star Trek because they're putting out crap nobody wants. Starfleet Academy show starring Holly Hunter. No, thank you at all. Section 31 starring Michelle Yeoh. No, thank you. Don't want it. More a crap, another franchise movie reboot helmed by a guy who has a very dodgy record of writing. Kinberg, I think, is Simon Kinberg. Star Trek is dead. And even though this is an MCU story, it's a Star Trek story. It means there will be no good Star Trek. I won't say ever again, but Kurtzman and Goldsman have another, I think, 3 years on their contract. So it's a long time to even do it. And even then, someone's got to come in and understand you have to kick just about everything they did to the curb if you're going to start some new Star Trek. You have to jettison, just like somebody will one day have to jettison Disney Star Wars. You're going to have to get rid of all the crap. And that'll take balls. It'll take balls, it'll take vision, and it'll take courage. Courage to realize that the people who you are going to please, the real fans, we will be there if you show us you're going to give us the real deal. And our support is the support you want, not bending the knee to the fake fans on Twitter, to these fakes out there who don't care about these shows. They only want it as vehicles for their agenda. So I'm sad when I saw this today. It made me sad. Because I want the adventures of the Enterprise G. I want Q messing with Jack. I want new characters introduced. I want new stories. I want it to move forward, not continually go backwards. And no, Discovery doesn't count as we move forward because it's crap. And it's a different fucking timeline anyway. It's not even real. It's not the prime timeline. God damn. So this, good luck, Terry. I like you as a showrunner. I like you as a writer, but you're better than this. Wasting your time with the MCU. Breaks my heart, man. Breaks my little nerd heart. I don't want that. I don't want that. All right. We do have some more. All right, we got some. Let's see. This is all the Acolyte stuff. Yeah, we got Acolyte. Let me bring up the Doctor Who stuff real quick. Let me bring this up. So there was some Doctor Who news. It's from a couple days ago, but it still counts because it was said after Space Babies. Basically, hang on. Let me add the other thing. Hold on a second. I forgot to bring this up. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to bring this up when I was getting the show ready because I was eating dinner. To be honest, I was eating dinner, and I forgot I had one half of the conversation bookmarked, and I didn't have the other one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Come on, where is it? I know. Wait. I know. Wait. I know who. I can go to here. Here we go. Boom, there it is. Got it. All right. So it first got announced that in the wake of the disaster that has been these first Doctor Who episodes, good old Shooty, well, he attacked us again. He attacked the fans again. We expected this. I asked the question on Sunday. Or on Saturday night, and then on Sunday when we were going over the ratings. How long until Shooty Gatwa or Russell T Davies open their mouths to attack us again? How long until that happens? Well, only took a couple days. Doctor Who actor Shooty Gatwa, zooming in for you guys, blames racism for viewers abandoning the show. It's just really sad for them. Okay, let's get into it. In an article, let me go to the good part here. Go to the good part. Did I? Where is it? Damn it. Crap. I'm sorry. I forgot where it was. It's just people writing. Oh, crap. Anyway, doesn't matter. Well, I'll go from this point. We'll start at the beginning. In an article published by NPR May 10th, a day before Series 14 release, the first two episodes of Space Babies and The Devil's Cord, Gatwa blamed racism for why people were abandoning the show. He told the outlet, "I don't want to diminish racial aggression at all. But for me, personally, I find it fascinating that it matters so much to these people. You're going to limit yourselves from the show that you claim you love because you don't like something about someone's appearance or their race. It's just really sad for them. Here's the thing. We don't care that you're black. Get it through your gay little head. We don't care that you're black. We care that you've done nothing but disrespect the character and the fans since you started with this, essentially. You had a brief honeymoon where you kind of kept it in line, but for a while now, you've been attacking people over not liking your character because you behave horribly. You're not a good actor. Your portrayal of the Doctor is flaming. and childish, and you do not handle situations like the doctor would. You run away a lot, you cry all the time, you let other people save you, and you give pointless speeches that have no meaning. That's why people aren't people aren't interested because you're black. It has nothing to do with it. If they had gone that route long ago and dropped in Idris Elba as the doctor, people would not have cared. People would have been, all right, I could get behind Idris Elba. He's a great actor. We didn't need a black actor. We didn't need a black Doctor Who, but we can get behind it because Idris Elba has gravitas. He knows how to act, how to emote. But Ncuti Gatwa doesn't, and that's the core of it. He is unable to present a powerful presence that is the doctor. That's why people aren't happy with it. It's not because you're black, not even because you're gay. You being gay compounds it because you act gay. You act flaming. You act effeminate when you're the doctor. You talk about getting snowmaned in your very first episode, which is a gay sexual act. And in about 2 episodes, you're going to have a gay romance with some dude in Victorian England. So it's not that's when we get into it, because that's you thrusting your bullshit on us instead of telling us a good story, and that's to RTD, or performing well. That's why we don't like you, Ncuti. It has nothing to do with your skin color. Nothing at all. And then they announced this today. This is a loser, which now means our coverage of Doctor Who is going to be 1 week shorter, because announced, breaking news, the Doctor Who grand finale to be screened in cinemas across the UK. So they're dropping the final 2 episodes. So instead of another 5 weeks, we've only got another 4 weeks. Okay? Got another 4 weeks of this because they're going to drop the final 2 episodes at once. And BBC Studios and Cinema Live have joined forces to bring the Doctor Who finale to cinemas across the UK on the 21st of June, 2024. Tickets go on sale 9 a.m. on the 23rd of May. Now, I'm going to open up my calendar right here. Open my calendar. We'll look at it. It says the 21st of June. Yeah, that's a Friday. That is a Friday. So they are gonna try and they're well, gee, what is Disney Star Wars done several times? Oh, we're gonna release our episodes in the theater and people go watch it. Yeah, you notice all those times they release those Mandalorian episodes or those Ahsoka episodes in the theater, you notice we never heard anything about how much money they made or how many people actually went. Because nobody went. Nobody paid for it. This is so stupid. And they're diluting, even if the people who choose to go, which I sincerely doubt any was going to show up in the UK to go see this. I doubt it. You're diluting your already small audience. Because we talked about this on Sunday. They've since had the adjusted numbers. They bumped it a little bit, but the overnights for the last week's episode for Bomb, whatever, was just a hair over 2 million overnight viewers, which means in all likelihood next week it's going to drop under 2 million. At least I think it is. I could be wrong. I'm no master of ratings, but it's going to drop, and it's only going to keep dropping. So if they are, by the time they get to this, under 1 million viewers, which they could be, I made the bold statement they're going to drop to 500,000. I don't know if it's going to get there. I just wanted to be right out there and make a bold prediction. If you can't even get 2 million people or barely 2 million people to watch your episode, and it's only going to be declining, you're going to have under 2 million people, likely maybe even 1 million people watching by the end. How are you going to get people in that country to go see your movie, your show in the theater? Actually pay money to go see this shit. It says tickets go on sale. They want you to buy a ticket to go sit in the theater for 2 hours to watch Shooty Gatwa get something stuck in his flavor saver. This is going to be a disaster. A complete and total disaster, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Like, who signed off on this? BBC and Cinema Live. That means Disney Plus. Disney is probably going, wait a minute. We need them watching on Disney Plus. Why are you putting this in the theater? We need you to watch it on Disney Plus, you assholes. Oh, man. This is doomed. It's doomed, but we still got another season. We got another season of Shooty. And we're going to watch it. We're going to document it. I don't get hurt by this. Part of me is checked out in terms of the part of me that can be hurt by this. I'm only here to piss on it. This is just a disaster waiting to happen. They have no comprehension of the truth out there, that this has been absolutely rejected by the British and by the Americans. This show is not being accepted anywhere. Complete rejection. Nobody wants this. Nobody's watching it. All we're doing is making fun of it. But they're going to put it in a theater. Should be glorious. So, yeah, there's that. That was this. It boggles my mind. Boggles my mind that this type of retardation, that they're going to do this. Who comes up with these ideas? Seriously, who does? Who comes up with these ideas? And Ariel, you point out his outfit. He doesn't have an outfit. He doesn't have a doctor outfit. He changes his clothes like a good gay man every episode. He's had a different outfit on every episode. He had multiple outfits on in his Christmas debut. He has since had a new outfit every time, but he makes sure to have his jewelry on. He's got to have all his jewelry on. That happens. There is no doctor anymore. R.I.P. Doctor Who. R.I.P. Doctor Who. But I love covering it. I love covering its demise because it's not Doctor Who. I can happily destroy this because it isn't Doctor Who in any way, shape, or form. Just like Disney Star Wars is not Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. We got something glorious today. We're going to watch it together. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I need to transfer it over to Chrome real quick, though, because the Firefox does not have the Chrome tab, does not share the Firefox audio. So let me get it over here. Here we go. You got it. So stop for the love of God. Just stop. All right. Now, IGN in their infinite wisdom. What are you doing? Good Lord, that was retarded. Okay. IGN in their infinite wisdom got an exclusive rights to show a clip from the Acolyte. We've seen bits of it in the trailer. So they got this clip, and they think this is a win. And the little tarded stands think this is a win. I'm going to show this to you now, and I'm going to show you that it is anything but a win. So here we go. They don't have a very high quality clip, so I apologize. But here we go. Acolyte scene. Mai versus Asian Jedi man. And so she threw daggers at him. What are you, buffering? Here we go. So okay, so now she's gonna she could take her clothes off. Gotta take her hoodie off. I'm going to be covering this in my review. So it's an early preview of my review of this when we cover this. What is this? This isn't Star Wars. This is, I'm going to do Kung Fu. I'm Kung Fu fighting. This is Kung Fu fighting. Keep going. They gotta remember, good old Leslie Headland said when she pitched this, and she's been talking about it, this is Kill Bill meets Frozen. Remember that. This is Kill Bill meets Frozen. So you're going to get Kill Bill fighting. Now, that doesn't even look like Kill Bill fighting. What we got here is over-the-top Matrix fighting, which means, excuse me. Now, the Matrix, as much as we like the single Matrix movie, because there's only one Matrix movie, as much as we like it, the martial arts in that movie, it's stiff, and it's stiff on purpose because it's doing that kind of style. It's an homage to that kind of style. If you think that this is high octane combat, you are so wrong. They are so stiff, and it's basically what you have here. This is more representation. Let's take the Asian guy and let's have him in a martial arts fight where he's going to be the master going, woo, 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 as you're going to see in a second. Let's watch this. Let's watch this garbage choreography. Yeah. Aren't you so thrilled by this? Now, the stands, they're wetting themselves. They're crying, vomiting, throwing up, screaming. They're doing their thing. Oh, my God, it's so refreshing to see something that isn't just lightsabers. Oh, my God, this is so great. Look at that. I love it. She's so hot. She's so jamming. Yes, queen, all that kind of bullshit. This is retarded. This isn't even good choreography. It's not even a good fight scene. It's trash, and it is not what you're looking for in Star Wars. Jedi Kung Fu fighting.
You attack me without a weapon.
Man, his accent is thick. That's thick, dude.
Why?
Again, this is pointless. And she is clearly outmatched here. And this is supposed to be the chick that is killing Jedi. And I'm going to get to another point in a second. Let's get through this. An ad, really? Really? You're dropping an ad on me in this? You're dropping an ad on me. Screw you, IGN. A Wendy's ad. Really? Really? I don't want your goddamn hot crispy fries. Some bitch. Oh, what the hell? God damn it. All right. As I was saying, slow motion. Slow motion. The tool of the weak choreographer. The tool of the weak choreographer. If you have to use slow motion, you have failed in your martial arts choreography. You failed. What the hell? What the hell is this? Fuck you, IGN. I'm trying to make a point here. All right, let's try again. Fucking Chrome, fucking IGN. See, I have this kind of shit blocked on Firefox, but I need the audio. Where was I? Now look at that. They slow-moed it, and suddenly he's behind her. Suddenly he's behind her. Poof. What is this, an anime? I mean, listen, that's anime shit. Where somebody moves so fast, boop, behind them. Horrible choreography. What is this? This camera work is god awful. Let's see if we can go back a little bit here. Watch this. This camera work. What are we just going to drag the trip, walk around, blah, blah, blah. What are they trying to do here? I've heard the defense, this is so good to see a Jedi being a Jedi, showing defense only, not going on the attack. This is so Jedi. This isn't anything. This isn't anything at all. It's pathetic. It's poorly choreographed. And I'm sure once we know the story, it's going to make it even worse. He took her daggers. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it. So, yeah, you now have seen a glimpse of the Acolyte. Are you impressed? No, I'm not talking any martial arts in Star Wars area. I'm talking about bad execution. That was a sloppy choreographed piece. There is martial arts in Star Wars. It's called Teras Kazi. There is combat. There is physical combat. But that was all that is there is a mockery of old school wire kung fu movements like this. It's a mockery. And it's pathetic and stupid. This isn't it. They could do something else. They decided to go with kung fu in Star Wars instead of having one of the myriad of physical combat styles that exist in Star Wars. No, they just decided to have old school wire kung fu shit where it's just block, dodge, move around, move ahead, around. That's what they chose to do. So that's why it's pathetic. I'm against poor adaptation. I'm against poor choreography. I'm against choosing to do something that is blatantly low quality. That's what I'm against. But it gets better. So we see this. We see now that it's a complete, if that's even a hint of what the whole choreography is going to be like, then it's going to be a disaster. But it gets better because Leslie Headland decided to open her mouth today. She decided to not weigh in, but once again, try and convince the world that she is a fan of Star Wars. She loves the Star Wars. This is great. You're going to love this. Star Wars Acolyte showrunner was inspired by KOTOR, including one specific villain. Are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? Star Wars Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland, former assistant to Harvey Weinstein, monster who gatekept for a monster, is gearing up for the series release on Disney Plus this month and says she was inspired by LucasArts' classic video game spin-off series, Knights of the Old Republic. Now, notice they keep saying KOTOR, but the actual thing is going to be a reference to KOTOR 2. But let's not get specific because they only know what they read on a Wikipedia page. Headland opened up about how the Acolyte pulled from the rest of Star Wars universe to help tell its story during a recent interview with Den of Geek. Seeing as the series takes place long before Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, she and the rest of her team had room to play with Star Wars canon. What you're playing with isn't Star Wars canon. You're playing with basically the miscolored Lego collection that is Disney Star Wars, where you're taking the pieces that don't match and creating a horrible facsimile. So you're not even working with Star Wars canon. One character who was on the table was Dark Side pioneer Darth Bane, though it sounds like he won't show up in season 1. Darth Bane, who existed thousands of years before the events of the Phantom Menace. While we don't get into that particular lore, there were some things in Legends, fuck you, you cow, that I wanted to drag out because I thought they were really interesting. Not only to the storyline, but to myself as a fan. I thought, well, I'd love to do that. Do what, Leslie? Tell us. Legends is a dirty Disney slur created for actual Star Wars lore the expanded universe, that aren't widely considered part of the official universe canon. No, aren't widely. You mean only the Disney stands and the shills say it isn't canon. Real Star Wars fans know the difference. They're the ones who constantly have to say, this is in the canon, in the canon, in the canon. If you have to keep repeating something all the time, guess what? It's not true. It's not true. Legend. All right. Knights of the Republic 1 and 2 fall under this umbrella, but it turns out Headland is a fan of what those games had to offer. Here it comes, guys. Darth Treya really stuck out to me as an inspiration. Boom! You just walked right into it, bitch. You just walked right into it and you didn't even realize it. Raise of hands. Raise of hands. When we are talking about this character, what is the name we all use to reference this excellent villain in Star Wars lore? Give you 5 count. Kreia. We never use her Sith name, Treya. We never call her Darth Treya. We call her Kreia. That is what we call her. So Leslie Headland, in an attempt to try and pretend to be a Star Wars fan, revealed while trying to say, I love KOTOR. I love KOTOR. I love Darth Treya. Nobody who loves KOTOR 2 calls her Darth Treya. We call her Kreia. Darth Treya, also known as Kreia. Again, IGN shows. Who wrote this? Hang on. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Michael Kripe. Michael Kripe reveals he is neither a Star Wars fan too, because we don't call her Darth Treya. Kreia appears in KOTOR 2, The Sith Lords, and is one of the game's primary villains. Headland didn't elaborate further, however, on how exactly the character's influence or any other parts of the Knights of the Republic will play in the part of the Acolyte. The D+ series takes place in the High Republic, made up bullshit, and follows emerging dark side powers after a string of Jedi murders. Takes place 100 years before Episode 1. Blah, 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 blah. They just talk about the bullshit of the thing. But that's the thing right here. This is where we constantly have to, hang on, sorry. This is where we have to constantly separate the bullshit from the truth. Leslie Headland, her minions, the people, the shills, the stands around her, are not fans. They don't know real Star Wars. Leslie Headland wouldn't know Star Wars if it sat on her face and farted, because she is not a fan. We remember the famous clip. I just want to live in Star Wars. I don't have a favorite thing. I just want to live in the world. Live and breathe it. Because there's only the Star Wars. That's all there is. No. Just admit you're a goddamn agenda mercenary. That's all you got to do. Just admit you're a goddamn agenda mercenary and that you were hired to push shit, that you don't really know this shit, that you don't really care about it. You couldn't name a real excellent Star Wars favorite moment if your life depended on it. It's the little things here. That's why I'm harping on this. It's the little things, the little trip ups that show they don't care. But the stands, they run around. They also pretend they like this stuff. They pretended so hard that, as I said earlier, whenever they need to talk about real Star Wars, there's no enthusiasm. But as soon as you get to talk about Disney Star Wars, it's the greatest thing ever. It's all they care about. Everything after 2012, it's all they will ever care about. They're not interested in accuracy. They're the ones who want to live in their little fantasy world that Disney Star Wars is doing well, that it's going to be beloved forever, that it's a thing that's going to actually exist forever. Newsflash. We are a week and a half away from June, and no word on Kathleen Kennedy's contract renewal. She is likely going to let it expire and walk at the end of the year, which means, as I always say, a patsy will be put in place to take the fall for all her failures. Because remember the Forbes article from last month, Disney Star Wars has not even made back the purchase price that they gave George to ruin his baby. They've made $1.8 billion in net profit. They've made no money. And that's under Kathleen Kennedy's direction. It's under Dave Filoni's influence, under a bunch of other people's retarded, corporate, agenda-driven bullshit desires. Disney Star Wars is a failure. It's populated by people who will say words that they don't know what they mean, not realizing when you say Darth Treya, you're revealing how fake you goddamn are. That you never probably played even a second, a minute of KOTOR or KOTOR 2. I have multiple times. I played it on this very channel. I hate these people. I hate everything Disney Star Wars. There is nothing redeeming about Disney Star Wars, and I will happily roast the hell out of the Acolyte in 2 weeks. You can join me right here. I will do it, and I will revel in ripping it apart because I watch this shit so you don't have to. So there you go. Leslie Headland is full of shit. Proves once again she is about as fake as you can get. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, yeah, the hotel was a success. $1 billion boondoggle. They lost money. Everything Disney Star Wars loses money. All right, guys. Well, I have gotten through all my topics for today. So there we go. I've got nothing else to talk about, which means we're done. We're done. All right. For those who came in late, I'm going to go over what's left on the week. And then I'm going to go off and play some Final Fantasy 14. So tomorrow is Thursday, which means I've got nothing scheduled. I'm going to try and get some videos out, probably just clips of what we did today. Because, listen, it's been a light week so far. We're at Thursday. It's been a real light week on stuff that I can talk about. Do the best we can. Friday, 11 p.m., Ballbusters over on Dermy's channel. 6 p.m., Saturday Night Drive-In. Jed and I will be doing Revenge of the Sith and Gennady Tartakovsky, Clone Wars, 2003 Clone Wars, the real Clone Wars cartoon. We'll be talking that too because it is the literal lead-up, the build-up to Revenge of the Sith. Have I seen anybody Kevin Costner me? No, I haven't because I'm not interested. I'm not a Western guy, Ariel. I am not into Westerns. Really not my thing. And that's what that is. It's a Western. So I am not the guy to come to on that one. Not at all. So we got drive-in register this. I don't know. We don't have any guests lined up at the moment, but it's still got a couple days. We could still magically find some people. Let's see. Then after that, myself, Jed, and Dermy will be doing Doctor Who Cares reviews for the next episode. Join us across our channels for that one. Later that night, I'll be on Saturday playing 14 with Dermy and the others. And when I'm playing 14, I remind you guys that even though I could stream it, unless there's an event going on or a plan thing going on where a bunch of us are going to be doing stuff, it's really not that entertaining to watch me play. So I reserve the right to stream it when I feel like it. But that doesn't mean also that you guys are not invited. Remember, if you are a gamer and you like 14, you like MMOs, the 14 gameplay we're doing, it's not just for us. It's open door. You can join me, Dermy, others as we play it. We have a free company on our server, Midgard Stormer. When we gather, we're on Dermy's Discord, which is open to people. You can come in there and hang out with us. So it's not as though you need to get into one of my secret Discords. It's Dermy's Discord. It's open. We hang out and we play. We're having a good time, just chilling out, playing. I'm helping people out because I'm the most experienced person on the team. Join us. If you're interested, join us. It's a good time. It's just a good time. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a ball right now with the remainder of Endwalker, which is being heavily influenced by Final Fantasy IV, my sentimental favorite. So we got that Saturday night, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern roundtable. We'll see what the rest of the events of the week shape out. I can guarantee one topic that Jed wants to get into. I cannot guarantee anything else because, as I said, the week's been kind of light. I might cobble together a discussion topic for Sunday if I can't get an idea on anything else. And then Sunday evening, there's nothing else going on because it's leading to Memorial Day week and people taking a break. But we'll be here 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday, even though it is Memorial Day, for Mellow Mondays, where we're going to chill and have a good time because it is a holiday. Samuel will likely be there with us at the start. Yeah, the 2001 one, the 2003 one, the 2003 animated Clone Wars made by Gennady Tartakovsky, who is a freaking master. The good one, the real one, not Dave Filoni bullshit. So, yeah, Mellow Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern will be there. And then we are getting ever closer to Acolyte. And we're also getting closer to House of the Dragon Season 2, Hot D2, which I will be covering because you guys asked me to. You guys said, Adam, you are not really the biggest fan. You don't really care about Game of Thrones, Germ, and all that stuff. Give us your thoughts because you don't care if it's good or bad. So you will give a non-fanboy review, just a dude who's just going to give right down the middle, whether it's good or bad. So I will be doing that. My not fan review of House of the Dragon Season 2. So you catch that when that happens. And that's that. That's all I got, guys. So thanks, guys, for hanging out. I appreciate you guys always being here. Your support. Hit that like button. I'm really trying to get the channel to the next level this year. I think the opportunities are there with everything we're reviewing for the next several months. So your support is essential in that. Hitting that like button, leaving comments, sharing the channel. Let's get off to the races because I got to get this channel going. I got to. It's been 3 years. We got to get to that next level. We got to make it happen. And you are the biggest reason it's happened. And you are the reason we're going to get there. Your support, you're helping me out. You're spreading the word. And I appreciate every bit of it, guys. I'm thankful for what we got, but we could do even better. We can keep kicking ass. And I want to. I want to bring you guys more content because the channel grows when there's a bigger audience. I can change some of the content a little bit. I can give you guys not necessarily current new stuff, but I can put out my thoughts on things when there's a bigger foundation of subscribers who are going to show up and watch stuff, which means you guys are going to show up, listen to me no matter what bullshit I'm talking about. So I can expand what I talk about later. Right now, I have to be very choosy about what I put out there because I only have 2 to 3 notifications a day. So I can't just put something I really want to put out. No, I got to try and unfortunately chase the trends, chase what's newsworthy that I'm capable of talking about. So your help to keep it growing is very much needed. Hit that like button, guys. Leave the comments. Share the channel. I appreciate everything. Without you, I'm nothing, and you prove it every day. So I thank you guys, and so I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for being here. Take it easy wherever you may be.